Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I post fragrance related content on this platform, and if you like that style of content but you're not yet subscribed, please consider joining this family by clicking the subscribe button. Now, for those who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I have a series that was dropped by the house of Grandeur. Let me show you the fragrances, and then I'm going to tell you one by one. This is going to be first impressions, but when I saw this series, guys, on the Grandeur page on Instagram, I really wanted to get my hands on them. Simply because these are Gourmand themed. If you just go by, the titles of all of them, they're Gourmand themed. Of course, the packaging does look youthful to me. So based on the packaging, they're probably going to be fragrances that if you're stuck on what to buy, somebody youthful, somebody who loves Gourmand fragrances, somebody who's young at heart, they may be the go-to, fragrances, for gifting during the festive season. So what I'm going to be doing here is first impressions. So we're going to start with bubblegum, right? First impressions simply means that I'm going to be sniffing with you these fragrances for the very first time. This will also mean that I'm not going to be able to give you, say, for instance, a lasting power, but I can maybe more or less just guess based on the vibe, or the strength of what the fragrance is going to give me. This is how bubblegum looks like. Now, there is a strong smell of bubblegum before I've even sprayed this fragrance. So this is giving me a vivid, playful, style of fragrance with a realistic bubblegum feel. Now, by the realistic bubblegum feel here, before I even spray it, okay, I'm getting this off the box. There's going to be a flavor of a bubblegum that smells like this, but I am getting the actual bubblegum undertone, the stickiness of that. And with it is a sweetness, and with it is a playful, sugary feel, in this. But simply put, it feels like bubblegum. And this is going to be so vivid in that bubblegum note to an extent that I don't think people will be able to tell this as you smelling of an actual fragrance than maybe you having like a bunch of bubblegum with you or chewing on bubblegum. That is how this one feels, guys. It's got that vivid thing, and it takes me down memory lane. So it's going to have that nostalgic feel where, growing up, we used to chew on a lot of some gum, and that is what I get from this. But the flavor in itself kind of feels lemonish, banana-y. That is the flavor that I get here. And if I'm to give you maybe an example of something that I've come across that probably reminds me of this, is Victoria's Secret Pop Jelly, something like that, but in the banana flavor. So okay, that's what I can say about this one. Next up is chocolate fudge, and if I didn't say, this particular series is called the Tabbees. Okay, so whether it was inspired by the Teletubbies, I don't know, but the entire series is called Tabbees, and then they isolate like a name of the particular theme of the fragrance. We are to expect some chocolate, more so that the box itself, does have a drippy chocolate thingy there, right? So let me just take it out and then tell you my thoughts. I am super impressed, guys, with the bubblegum one. I'm not sure of the longevity, as I said, but what I'm going to do with these, I will certainly bring them back at a later stage, where I maybe feature them one by one, or if you want a breakdown or an in-depth breakdown, because these do actually have notes listed, and loads of notes for some of them. Now, in this, I do get wafts of a chocolate, but it's not as distinct as I was getting in the box there, in the bubblegum box. So this is kind of subtle, but the boxes, as you open them, do have like a scent of, what to expect here. So let me just spray this chocolate and fudge. Ooh, okay, all right, okay. This is chocolate milk. This is chocolate milk. This is a chocolate milkshake. Okay, that's what I get. This is creamy. I get that fudge nuance. It's nutty as well. It's bouncing off as even having a coffee undertone, but without the coffee being the center stage. This is all chocolate. These fragrances, guys, are amazing. This is not what I was expecting. This is savory. There's a vanilla kick to this, but it does, come out in its distinctness, especially in that chocolate. The fudge is there, but it's not the star of the show. It's more to do with that chocolate, as though you're opening a tin of chocolate powder. It does remind me or take me back to that time when I was growing up, when my mom would buy a tin of chocolate powder or chocolate milkshake, and as a child I felt as if, you know, waiting for the milkshake to actually be made into the milkshake, I wouldn't, you know, have the patience to wait for that. So I would literally go and steal some spoons off that tin, and that's exactly what, you know, you get where you are stealing into chocolate powder or even Milo. If you like Milo and you don't have the patience, you know, to wait for the actual Milo to be made into a mix, this is what I get, guys, where you could literally just have that Milo without it being mixed with anything, and that's exactly what you get here, with wafts of a milkiness, a creaminess, and the fudge not necessarily being much of the star of the show. If the fudge is gonna come out here, I'm gonna let you know about it. But for those who want to know whether this is close to the A-lishes and whatnot, no, this just gives me a chocolate milkshake feel, period. So that is what I can say, guys, about chocolate fudge. This is cotton candy, and please do take note that I did say I'm not going to give longevity to these fragrances or whatever, because this is based on first impression. So it would be unfair to judge these fragrances. And because I already have one cotton candy from Art Al Zafran, now I'm going to straight there and then tell you my thoughts, right? The one thing I can say about the cotton, ooh, okay. Now, I told you about having a cotton candy one from Art Al Zafran, right? And the Art Al Zafran one was a little bit of a tease. I wasn't getting the cotton candy. I do have it in my collection there. The cotton candy started coming way later. Now this is playful. This is sweet. This gives me a sweetness that's most likely gonna last, okay? This is giving me savory. This is giving me caramelized sugar. It is giving me a fruity undertone. This is giving me slap in the face, very sweet, very sticky, very delicious. Wow, okay, and there is something in here that feels as though they added a watermelon. It's like this cotton candy has a watermelon flavor. Okay, that is what I'm getting from this. This is beautiful, guys. If you want to be wrapped around that cotton candy feel, you know, that caramelized feel, but by caramelized, I have to be honest here, I'm not getting like a burnt sugar feel. That is not what I'm getting, which is something that I get off wafts of cotton candy. Yes, it is some caramelized form of sugar, but it's not crossing over to that burnt feel. And then it has a watermelon accord, and you actually feel a vivid fluffiness and a playfulness and a delightfulness and a cheerfulness of this fragrance. Beautifully done, very sweet. Of the two that I spoke about, the bubblegum and the chocolate, this is giving me a very vivid sweetness. Love this one, right? So guys, you got yourself winners there. If you were looking to purchase fragrances, for anybody who loves Gourmand fragrances, for anyone who's young at heart, I'm not going to call these youthful, okay? Because once, say for instance, I call them youthful, there is that thingy where some might actually feel that these are going to be childish. I'm not getting that. If you're into fragrances, you will appreciate these for what they are. I'm not sure about the packaging though. Say for instance, you are a mature person. I'm not sure whether you would feel some type of way about the packaging, but I absolutely love this. And if anything, maybe I will get Maima to come and give a review of them, but she has got this kind of thing when it comes with, you know, to fragrances like this. She will just judge them off. No, so you want me to review this because they look childish. I might want to have a take on them and see what she, you know, says. Okay. Number 4 is going to be Unicorn Vanilla. So we are to expect some vanilla in this one. And the notes did incorporate some praline, some vanilla, but there was a lot going on there. There was also some tuberose, some tonka, some myrrh. So just based off the notes that I came across there, this Unicorn Vanilla, I'm going to guess is not going to be just outright vanilla. It's going to have a lot going on underneath there, or as an undertone or a nuance of other things that is going to be happening there. So this is Unicorn Vanilla, perhaps one that a lot of people will be interested in because it does say vanilla. It also comes in a dark colored juice there. So yes, it's certainly going to have the vanilla doing the most there, because vanilla does come across as a dark colored juice. This is another one that is definitely not telling anything. Okay, all right, now this one, to be honest, is not going to be the vanilla that you were expecting. I do not get like outright a vanilla in your face like Vanilla 28 or some of those vanilla forward style of fragrances. Now this does give me more of the praline, a creamy, not necessarily sticky, but a creamy nuance, a sweet, yes, nuance, but it's not coming across as raw vanilla. It is not coming across as a fragrance that if I wore, somebody would know that I'm wearing a fragrance that is distinctly vanilla. The unicorn vanilla name there is suggestive of the fact that it's going to be maybe a fantasy vanilla, if you will, okay? Because I am not getting the vanilla that I thought I was going to get, but to be honest, I am actually relieved because I am in a way pleased with the fact that it's not as obvious as I thought it would be. Like, you open the bottle or you open the box and you spray the fragrance and it's just vanilla and that's it. I'm not getting that. I'm getting a floral accord. I am getting a shy sweetness there, more of a praline than I am getting the vanilla. And there was the note of bergamot listed here, so there is also a little bit of a freshness that's happening with unicorn vanilla. So this is unexpected. Okay, of the three that I've spoken about, this is the one that's going to throw you off a little bit. If you're buying this one, especially because you love vanilla, this might actually surprise you. It does have the vanilla, don't get it twisted, but it's not like a in-your-face forefront star of the show type of thing vanilla. It's got a lot going on there. There is a fruity accord in this. I think there was a listing of dates as well, and I do get more of the praline. I'm getting more than the vanilla. It's obviously got to develop because with vanilla fragrances, they do change over time. So yeah, that is unicorn vanilla. And then we get into cookies and cream. I made sure not to make this one the first one because if it's gonna give what the name is suggesting, then it's going to be an open and shut case. All right, so cookies and cream is the next one here. I don't know why they put it in a blue and white, or I don't know why they put a blue and white backdrop in this, unless it is suggestive of the fact that it's going to be more on the creamy side, which is something that I would absolutely love for it to be, you know, than for it to be more on the chocolatey side, because that drippy, milky thing is, to my mental shortcut, suggesting that this is going to be more on the creamy milky side than it is going to be maybe on the chocolatey side. So let's see. The atomizers are perfect, spraying them like this. Okay, all right, now this one is certainly cookies, right? I definitely get cookies in this, but I am not getting like a vivid cookie smell as though you walked into your mom's kitchen or your grandma baking the cookies, and you know, like chocolate cookies to spoil you silly, maybe for Easter or whatever occasion, or maybe she just loves baking. I am not getting that slap in the face cookie thing, but it does have, you know, like a biscuity wrap up. I do get a biscuit, okay, but it's not as what I expected it to be, for it to be maybe, say, chocolatey, savory, creamy, okay. It's not coming across as that. It's just coming across as biscuits, wherein, say, your mom or your grandma or your aunt or whoever or yourself was baking. It's not giving a chalk chip cookie, you know, feel like, okay, this is gonna be yummy Gourmand chocolate biscuits that we're gonna have here. It's not giving me that, but it is giving me, okay, my mom's baking biscuits. It's definitely giving me biscuit. It's not so much in the chocolate, and it's not so much in the creamy, you know, feel of the biscuit, but just feels as though, okay, you went into a kitchen and these biscuits are not in the oven, okay? They were baking and they've been maybe set there on the counter to cool, or they've sat there for 2 hours or 3 hours. So it kind of feels like just wafts of a biscuity thing than biscuits in the forefront, okay? This I thought would be my most favorite, but it's giving me subtle. It's giving me just a plain biscuit feel, you know, definitely Gourmand, but just a plain biscuit feel, to an extent that I don't see myself maybe rushing to use this. It's not giving me that memorable feel like what I was getting there with the bubble gum, where, you know, I just can't wait to spritz it or something like that. It's just giving me a subtle biscuity feel and not so much of the cream Okay, and if I should say, maybe not cream per se, maybe just a milky nuance where, you know, if you know milk, it doesn't really come across as vivid there. It's just like got like a tonic undertone, but without it, you know, crossing over to creamy. So for now, I'm going to say this is my least favorite. I was expecting more from cookies and cream. I was expecting, you know, like a really super yummy biscuity feel, or like I've walked into a bakery where they're actually baking, you know, the cookies and they're active in the oven there. I'm not getting that. I'm just getting like biscuits that set there, or you open a packet of biscuits and it's biscuits that's been in a pack set there for a while, you know, and what you're getting is wafts off than like a freshly baked biscuit, if you know what I mean. So that is what I can say, guys, about this one, the cookies and cream. Now the last one, guys, is gonna be strawberry cheesecake. I do hope that the cheesecake aspect does not disappoint me here, because strawberry is obvious. I have dealt with a lot of strawberry fragrances, and with strawberry fragrances, mostly you're gonna get that fruity feel, sweet feel, juvenile feel, fun, playful feel. So what I am expecting more of here, or what I'm looking forward to more than just the strawberry, is that cheesecake. I want to know how they did interpret the cheesecake in this. So let us see. It's like a strawberry milkshake. That is what I'm getting. This one is selling itself out, because I do get that strawberry milkshake type of feel. Okay, so that is the bottle. Very fun looking there, just like the rest of them. I like the series. Okay, and I think Ajmal have put out a series like this as well, but the Ajmal one, they have made it obvious that it's for kids, because it is actually being advertised by kids. All right, yes, I do get the strawberry, and I like what it's doing, and I like that it is giving me what I was hoping it's giving me, not just the strawberry. Okay, the strawberry is vivid, but then it turns into a strawberry mixing with a condensed milk, a milky feel there, like a vanilla accord that you're going to get with this. So you are to expect the creaminess that I was hoping to get in cookies and cream. I am getting in this. So this is a condensed milk feel with a creamy feel, making that fusion of the condensed milk and the cream interpret into that cheesecake feel. So this one does live up to that expectation, guys. And then it gives me an almondy feel there, a nutty feel, as though they have thrown in some walnut or some hazelnut there, but the notes are working together, right? So nothing is overshadowing anything here. Well, I would say the strawberry kick was there in the forefront, and then it now is kind of just playing like, not second fiddle, but it's like a backdrop of a cheesecake style of feel, you know, like a cheesecake type of fragrance there, a creamy type of fragrance there, almondy, milky. Yes, this interpretation to me is perfect, right? But it is giving me subtle, I have to be honest. It's not giving me beastly or loud. It's not that loud, and I think it's expected. I mean, I wouldn't expect to sniff a cheesecake and have it like be so loud or sticky or something. It's giving me exactly what you would smell when you're smelling a cheesecake. This is beautifully done. I love this as well. Okay, I love this as well. I think it interprets true to the name. So I'm gonna bring them back quickly for the sake of the thumbnail and for the sake of me telling you in a nutshell my thoughts. And remember, these are first impressions, so if you want in-depth reviews, I am going to possibly be throwing them in with top this, top that, because, you know, to dedicate the singular reviews, it depends, unless it's the fragrances are super outstanding. As they macerate, then I may, you know, do single dedicated reviews. But I noticed that you guys, oh, oops, I was about to drop that. I noticed that you guys love, you know, sit-through videos. Okay, so bubblegum is certainly living up to that bubblegum nuance, giving me a lemon banana bubblegum in your face, youthful. It's gonna take you back to those days when you were growing up. You are gonna have that distinct hubba bubba feel in this, you know, like as though you really are, you know, chewing into the gum, and, you know, first of all, you're feeling that, you're smelling or you're tasting that banana flavor, and then it gets into the part where it's just the bubble gum without the flavor but with wafts off. That's exactly what you get from this beautiful. I love this. This is certainly one of my faves. Chocolate fudge, absolutely, just reminds me of opening a tin of Milo or hot chocolate, you know, or that chocolate milkshake, and actually taking spoons of it without it mixed into anything, just taking spoons of it. Beautifully done. I love these. These I'm gonna say are my faves. Not only, okay, I'm just holding two twos because I was about to drop them. Okay, cotton candy, yes, this is distinct. Takes me back to the fun fairs where I would go to the trade fairs with my family, and there would be a cotton candy stand there, and I'm waiting in line for that. It gives me that caramelized sugar, the fluffy feel, and to top it off, it's got a watermelon finish to it, so it's also a favorite. This is not going to throw you off in terms of, you know, what you see is exactly what you're gonna get. And then there is unicorn vanilla, the one that's playing hide and seek. Not so much of the vanilla. I'm getting a praline in here, so if you are one that is tired of slapping the face vanilla fragrances but you like a vanilla nuance, this is going to give you that little bit of vanilla. Some florals there. Oh, and now that I notice the bottle, it does have florals there. Okay, some florals there, a little bit maybe of a citrus going on in here, but sweet, gently sweet. Okay, not too thicky sweet. I don't have a problem with this as well. I could get used to this as well, but it's not as in the faves as, you know, the first three I showed you. And then there's strawberry cheesecake, beautifully done. Strawberry and cheesecake is absolutely what you're going to get here. More of the cheesecake that you're going to get the strawberry. The strawberry is just going to give a fruity wrap up to this fragrance, so I absolutely don't have a problem with this. It might not be a fave, but I like it. And then the least favorite is going to be cookies and cream. I was expecting a lot from this fragrance, but I get just wafts of a biscuit, okay, than a baked cookie, which is what I was expecting. So that is what I can say about this line, but not bad. If you're looking to gift friends and family, you know, this Christmas, if you are into gourmands, if you love gourmand fragrances, if you're crazy about smelling edible, these are certainly going to do it for you. I'm just going to do this, you know, for the thumbnail, because if I hold all of them, they're round and they can slip off my hands and fall there. So yeah, that is it, guys, from the house of Grandeur. This was not a sponsored video. This is just my first impressions on these fragrances. I came across them and I thought, wow, let me try these fragrances and then bring them to you. They all vibe in a youthful, young at heart, possibly I'm going to say feminine feel, unless you like gourmands and you're a man. Okay, the safe one for a man would probably be unicorn vanilla, because that one is just safe, and maybe the chocolate fudge, and maybe this one, because this one's playing hide and seek. So this I can see maybe a man pulling off, because it's not really like in your face, sweet and yummy, like something that's made only, you know, for that feminine note. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.